even though the rest of them, they say it's more of a battle for top 4 for the rest, and then the title is between you and Manchester City. I know it's early doors and whatnot, but some say it's already looking like a 2-horse race. Is that how you see it? Do you think that helps or harms the Premier League if it is?
No, I don't think it's a 2-horse race. I think teams have started differently this season, but it's a long season. Nothing is won in September. And it'll be, who knows who will be up there. Tottenham are just kind of getting going. Arsenal, Man United have obviously had their struggles, but they will get going. Chelsea and teams like that. So, for me, I don't think it's a 2-horse race. But what I would say is, I think if you finish above Man City, then you've got a hell of a chance of winning the Premier League, and that has to be our aim. Because Man City are a fantastic team, and I believe if you beat them in the season, then I think you will be crowned champion. So that has to be our aim. We're top just now, but it's only 6 games in, and we've probably not even glanced at the table just now, because it can change in one game at the start of the season. You only really look at the table after Christmas when it all kind of starts to open up.
You've not looked at it at all. I know like the 5 points, and everyone's making a huge emphasis on 5 points, especially considering how you basically had an amazing run last season, and still, of course, City just had the edge there. So, but now people are saying 5 points is actually quite big because the margin of error is just so small. Does that play on your mind even a little bit?
No, not at all, because we're not, like you said, this league is the most competitive it's probably been, and it would be great if we can, but we're realistic, and the chances of going through a whole season unbeaten is very, very tough. We'll try our best, but the chances of having a couple of bumps along the road is realistic, and we need to be ready for that. Man City's have maybe came a wee bit earlier than what they would have liked, but if ours does happen, then it's not as if we've lost a 5-point lead. It's just we got off to a good start, we maybe dropped points a wee bit further along than Man City did. So I don't think, for me anyway, I don't look at the table, like I said, until after Christmas, until it's opened up and everyone kind of knows their position and see what they're fighting for and things like that. So, just now it's, one win can take you, for us, of course, we're 5 points clear, but one win for like Leicester got a good win and they went them up to 3rd, and then they're back down to 5th and stuff. So, the table moves about a lot on a weekend because everyone's so close together. But, when December comes, that's, a wee bit more unlikely because everyone's separated a wee bit.
And just talking about Man City as well, because we know that, for how long now the main rival has been Manchester United, and behind every great team, which Liverpool has right now, is a great rival, and that's really been City right now. Is this rivalry something that you relish? Does it always just force you to go out there and want to be perfect?
Yeah, of course. When I was growing up, it was probably Man United and Arsenal were the big, the big two kind of fighting with each other, and the whole way. And you can see why people are saying that about us in Man City, but we need to do it over a number of years. It can't just be one season, because that's effectively all it's been so far. But there is that there is that way of especially last season, as soon as they slipped up or we slipped up, then the other wanted to capitalise on it, and you were always conscious of how Man City were playing and their results and stuff, and I'm sure they were the exact same for us, especially the back end. So I think it is getting like that. It is a good rivalry. We have a lot of good games together, and last season I believe that's what ended up winning them the league. They took 4 points off us and we only took 1 off them, so that was the difference, unfortunately, for us in that season.
Where do you think their biggest strength lies?
I think obviously they're a possession-based team that can tear a team apart at any time. Unfortunately for Watford, they got the full brunt. They get the full brunt of it on Saturday, and they can do that to probably most teams. If they're on their game and they create their chances and they take them, then people can be behind that big result. And they won 8-0, but it wasn't as big a surprise as maybe it once was that they won by that margin. So going forward, they're ridiculous, and they can keep the ball for long periods of time and then make that killer pass, and you see yourself 1-0 down very early on, and it's a tough way back. So but we believe we're a good team as well, and we have different qualities, but it's just about putting that all into one season.
And when you see them doing that, and you see 8-0, that's a big gauntlet to throw it on. I'm sure you must have turned to like some of your mates or your teammates and just been like, well then, do you feel does it add to you? Does it make you feel like you want to go out there and do something similar, or to send a message back, or do you just stick to your game plan?
No, just stick to our game plan. You know, I know it's boring, but you know, if they win 8-0, then it doesn't mean, you know, we would take a 1-0 the next day. Well, we ended up winning 2-1, so we were delighted with that against Chelsea. But look, it's not about if they win 8-0. We need to try and, you know, send a message back or whatever. We're at the top of the league just now, but you know, it's about concentrating on what we do, because, you know, 8-0 results aren't, you know, they're not regular, but you know, we just walked in from training, I think it was 15 minutes gone, it was 5-0, so, you know, we knew Watford weren't getting anything off them that weekend, but yeah, but like I said, a fantastic team that they can do that probably to most teams in the Premier League, and, you know, they'll be looking, you know, they wanted to bounce back after a disappointment result at Norwich the weekend before.
Now, a word that I'm sure you're probably sick of, or you relish it as well, is pressure. Now more than ever, with the fact that you are European champions and City are just being City, and there's, I feel, more expectations from the Liverpool faithful, that they feel that this is the best chance in 30 years that they've had to win the Premier League title. Do you feel that at all? Do you feel a change this season?
I wouldn't say a change. I think when you come to this club, you feel the expectations straight away, but maybe a wee bit different, because now, like you said, we are, you know, champions of Europe, and we did run Man City so close last season, and people believe that we've got a good squad, and a squad that is good enough to win the Premier League. So, you know, we do have that pressure, but like I said, the lads we have pressure on us every single day by, you know, just putting on that shirt and things like that. So, you know, we deal with it very well, and it's the pressure that we put on ourselves that drives us forward. You know, we're a very demanding squad. The changing room demands, you know, quality every single day, and that's why we push each other the whole way. So, you know, we feel obviously like the fans, you know, got excited last year, and it was a good season because we ended up with obviously the Champions League, and we knew they wanted the Premier League, but we just fell short. But I think the way they looked at it now, they'll see we gave it everything, and, you know, we just get beat by just a slightly better team over the season. And you know, for me, we know we've got a good squad, and it's about trying to, you know, give the Premier League back to the fans that so desperately want it.
And like I said, good squad, and that's probably being nice. It's definitely a great squad. European champions, you know, a couple of the guys on our show, of course, we naturally talk about Liverpool all the time, and they've said that what's different, they think, from an outsider's perspective about Liverpool this year, is the fact that you guys tend to approach the season and games with this newfound arrogance in a good way. You know, this new that, yes, we're European champions, you know, we can do that. And it shows, it translates very well. And that's why, you know, you have a perfect start to the Premier League season so far. Is that how you see it? Do you feel anything's changed? Do you think that the winning the Champions League gives you a slight mental edge this season?
Yeah, I can see why people say, you know, an arrogance and things like that, like in a good way, of course. But, you know, I don't personally see it like that. I feel as if, you know, the only thing that's changed now is maybe, you know, we all feel that we belong at Liverpool, because now we've won a trophy that, you know, all the legends that get spoke about and things like that have won, and we're now, you know, we've made a very small part of history in, you know, this very historic club. So for us now, we're, you know, into that history, which is something that has changed for all of us, and we all love the fact that, you know, nobody can take that off us. But we do want, like I said, we're a demanding squad, and we want to be that team that hopefully the fans look back at in a, you know, number of years and go, you know, they won this, this and this. We don't want to just be, you know, one trophy. We want more, whether, you know, we hope it's the Premier League, we hope it's, you know, League Cups, FA Cups, more Champions Leagues, of course we do. And, you know, if we can do that, then hopefully, you know, this squad leaves a kind of legacy, and everyone can look back on and be proud of this team, because, you know, that's all that we want.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.